everyone. I'm Stefano Branca, product manager from MV Agusta, and it's a real pleasure to be here with Daniel Abt in your HQ. Thanks a lot for hosting us.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure for us to be here in front of the world to unveil the Brutale 1000 Abt. That's just the latest expression of our four-cylinder platform, the top-of-the-notch model that you can get out of the hyper-naked market. With this kind of collaboration, we want to merge the style, art direction of MV Agusta with the craftsmanship elements that just recognize our company together with Abt. So the German refinement from the racetrack to the road brand. So please, Daniel, tell us more about how this partnership merged together and how we really connect our brands through.
Yeah, first of all, I think this is really a special project for us as a company, something very unusual, but also just perfectly fitting because we celebrate 130 years of Abt. So this bike is actually limited to 130 units. And I think this connection of two iconic brands with a long history, with a lot of same values, just fits really nicely. And for us, of course, this was an adventure because it's something very new. But I think the end product is just brutale, as you would say. It's absolutely amazing. I'm stunned by it. And of course, coming from the car side, you know, for me, there's some features that really highlight this connection that we have together. If you look, for example, at the brake calipers that are painted, the Batfly discs, something very special. Then, of course, Alcantara seats in red. So these are actually also our colors, you know, company colors that we have. That's something you see on cars. To have it here on the bike is, of course, super cool. And probably my absolute highlight is the carbon disc on the wheel. That's a real stunner. Turbofly wheel design is inspired from cars. To have it on the bike is just insane. But I think everything, small details from the racetrack to the road, our German flag with it, then your slogan on the other side, the Italian flag. For me, it's just a merger of two worlds, the absolute best you can probably get. And yeah, just super excited to finally see the full product.
Yeah, that's really cool. And already the fact that you mentioned how we merge together the motorcycle industry with the automotive industry, with the honeycomb seat, the rim cover, the front brake calipers, that's a really, you know, the tonality and the language to merge the two companies and the two worlds coming together. The MV Agusta Brutale 1000 Abt is delivering 208 horsepower at 14,000 RPM in the racing configuration, so with the Arrow titanium slip-on installed to it. The impressive number about this bike is for sure about the horsepower. The 208 is already quite challenging for a motorcycle, but it's also about the weight. Because in the racing configuration, so with all the carbon components and the titanium that you can see on the motorcycle, the MV Agusta Brutale Abt weight is 200 kilograms massive running order. The bike is able to deliver up to 116 Nm of maximum torque, concentrate together on the four-cylinder engine that are combined with multiple titanium components, like the 16 valves and the coil rods. The main updates done on the engine, also with the latest update done related to the Euro 5 Plus homologation, brings an engine that is way more responsiveness also in the low RPM. So actually this 208 horsepower can be used from the low up to the highest RPM limiter. Let's move forward and then let's talk about some chassis elements related part. Here on the Brutale 1000 Abt, we didn't took any compromise in terms of technical specification. Öhlins suspension in the front, Öhlins shock, and Öhlins steering lumbar. Those are the three elements that, thanks to the new calibration done on the Brutale 1000 Abt, can guarantee to the riders to have the maximum control over any kind of riding experience. That's merged together with the braking performance. Here in the front we have the Batfly brake discs that are an automotive inspired element and then can guarantee self-cleaning and the dissipation of heating that is way faster than with any other brake disc. 320mm paired with the Brembo Stylema calipers painted in black with the logo just refined in red. To merge together, we have the wheels. The wheels are forged, both the front and the rear, and on the front part we have these two red accents that run in red over the black rim, And on the rear icon of the motorcycle. So we have the complete rear wheel cover out of carbon, displaying the Abt logo and the Ron claim also from the racetrack to the road. This is really a heritage historical automotive inspired element that helps the dissipation of the heating as well from the rear wheel. The design of the motorcycle speaks by itself. It's really the merge of motorcycle and automotive industry with these two iconic colors, Nero Carbonio and Rosso Fuoco. The colors are for sure matching automotive and motorcycle, but are also matching the color of Abt and MV Agusta coming together. The best expression of it is for sure on the seat, that we have the Alcantara material completely refined with all the stitching in white running around and the honeycomb texture on the top. This is really inspired to the high-end racing car interior elements. As every single rider has his own needs in the market, the MV Agusta Brutale 1000 Abt comes also with a run of adjustability option, like the swing arm pivot point, with also the marked element that runs around anodized in red, together with the foot pegs and additionally also with the brake and the clutch lever. As you can see, this motorcycle is really the highest expression of exclusivity and refinement. First of all, it's all about carbon, because if you look around the whole motorcycle, it's refined with panels and components that are out of carbon. It's even tricky to make a list out of all of them, but most of the engine area, like the engine covers, all the side panels with also the Italian and German flag with our claims, the dashboard front cover, the headlight cover, spoiler, rear wheel protection, exhaust, heat shield, all that components are out of carbon and refined to give the bike these additional really racing heritage elements that is really defining the tone of voice between the two brands. The Brutale 1000 Abt, on top of having all the components that you can see fitted on the motorcycle, is coming with a dedicated kit. A really refined box that is coming head-on with you together with the motorcycle, where you're gonna have several components that are fitted on the motorcycle, like the exhaust, because the motorcycle is actually coming with two exhausts, one homologated for street use and the racing one as here. Same as for the Batfly disc, you're gonna have also two pair of discs on that side, together with the passenger seat, because this motorcycle is homologated for two persons, so you're gonna have footpegs and another seat that is gonna have the same honeycomb texture as the rider seat, together with the quick release fuel cap. So that's just some of the elements that are gonna summarize all the bunch of components that are fitted on the bike that is coming to you together with an official certificate that is gonna say the number that you are gonna have on your motorcycle engraved in the front as well. The MV Agusta Brutale 1000 Abt, it's limited to 130 units, and it's really the highest expression of the four-cylinder platform in terms of exclusivity and racing performance. It's gonna be produced in Varese, Italy, in the MV Agusta factory in Schirana. Before closing the future benefit, it's for sure worth it to mention some of the design elements of the Brutale family in general, like the front headlight, the rear brake light as well, as together with the single side string arm that are just the iconic element that define the design of the motorcycle as well. The MV Agusta Brutale 1000 is going to be delivered with the full electronic package provided by the company. So no additional subscription or activation done by your dealer. You're going to have the full riding experience available since day one with any kind of adjustment from ABS, traction control, wheelie mode, together also with the launch control that can be activated directly on the button on your switch keys. So thanks a lot, Daniel, for having us today with you. Thanks also for the massive support that you brought over this project. I just want to remind to everyone that the Brutale 1000 Abt is going to be a limited edition produced in 130 units and is going to be produced in Italy, Varese, in our factory in Schirana.
Just with a little German touch now, but I think just about perfect. Really happy about this partnership. Let's make it a success, and yeah, I cannot wait to drive finally. All the best, and yeah, hopefully you can also check it out.